What's going on? Welcome to Vault-Tec Productions. Here today to finally show you the completed settlement side of my LEGO Fallout City. So I finally got the last two buildings I need done, and the settlement side is now entirely complete. Well, except for the road, which I still need two little half-road plates for, which are pretty rare at the moment, so I'm waiting on those. But today we're going to be taking a look at these two new buildings. The one on the left is Apocalyptic Hotel and also the robot shop. And then we got a diner over here on the right. But before we check those two buildings out, I just want to go over and take a look at a couple things that have changed and been updated and stuff in general layout. So a couple new additions here and there, like spotlights and new lights for the Brotherhood, and got all the sidewalks and roads finally all rubbled up and trashed. And then I have also tried to make a goal of including more robots in the mock where they can really stand out and get noticed, opposed to being hidden in all the buildings. So the Brotherhood's got a sentry bot out here now, and the gun shop over here has a little Mr. Handy Crier with the little 24-hour sign. Basically just the same shtick from Diamond City, where the Mr. Handy will go and run the robot shop during the night. I mean the gun shop. But we will be taking a look at the robot shop here in a second. So yeah, that's the in general layout. And then I don't know if I've showed the back behind these buildings where the alleys are. But here's just a look at this back alley here, behind the pawn shop and the bank, which is now of course the sheriff's office, at least for the bottom floor. But without further ado, we'll start taking a look at these two new buildings, and I guess we'll start with the diner. Alright, after sliding the building out of the city, here we are. The diner sign is from Hidden Side, the Seaside Shack Attack set. I think that's what it's called, something like that. It does have the little shrimp prawn symbol on the left, which I'm not a huge fan of, but luckily it's pretty unnoticeable compared to the rest of the sign, which just has that great diner print, which unfortunately I put too big of a gap in between whenever I built that set however long ago. And it's got the nice arrow pointing down to the door. The only other really interesting things is I did this unique design I came up with for some windows. These are actually door frames with doors in them that I built sideways, and there is a gap right here, but hopefully I can fix that in the future. I just didn't have the right parts to do that. But so these are doors, and so they technically can flip open like this. It's not necessarily an intentional design, but I could have used just the regular glass panes if I had any, but I didn't, and so I used doors. But using the doors also allowed me to put the tiles on the top, which I think is a nice look. But definitely didn't intend this, but it does to me have kind of like a face in the front. I'm sorry if you didn't notice that and you can't unsee it now, but yeah. Anyways, looking at the sides though, this side's up against the hotel, so you won't be able to see this side. And here's the back, which is on the back side of the mock, where the alleyway and all that is. And I didn't do a really great job on the consistency for the sides of this building, but I think it came out well enough with just me doing the, I think, medium nougat and the sand green, which is the main colors I was trying to use, and then I just try to use light gray to fill in the gaps, which kind of makes it look like maybe just the sand greens faded and left the light green, the light gray, sorry. And so yeah, I think it came out pretty well. I tried to give it a unique roof design compared to the other buildings, so I just added a bit of slopes on the front. I didn't really have enough slopes to do the type of roof I wanted, so I just kind of stuck with this, and then it's just all flat and normal on the other walls for the roof. It does have a little thing on the roof, I don't really know what that is, and that is a little chimney stack type thing, I guess. You'll see, obviously it being a diner has the kitchen, and that goes all the way up through the building. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the interior. Let there be light. Alright, Okay, we're still good. Alright, and now on the bottom floor. So diner, but mostly a bar. This being the apocalypse, everyone just wants to drink their nightmare away or whatever. So, try and see if I can get some little better light for this. So we have the barkeep right here in the back with the bar behind her, or her shelves with the bottles and drinks and things. 1 second, sorry. Just want to get some. Is that a little better for lighting? Maybe a little bit. But yeah, just got some bottles on that shelf there, and then some cups with that butterbeer piece, which I love. And obviously, I'm just pretending it's regular beer, not butterbeer. But you know, if you can't unsee that as butterbeer, it's kind of annoying. But I still really like just that beautiful piece that actually looks like it has the liquid inside, and it's a pretty good color also to pretend to be just regular beer. So we got some signs hanging on the wall. This beautiful looking crown, just kind of like I don't know, just kind of has this pub feel to it or something to me, so I threw that on there. That's kind of their best thing to put on the wall. And then they just got some more apocalyptic style junk over here with just this Bricktober sign, and then they just got a front of a Jeep or something as some wall art. Gotta do what you gotta do in the apocalypse. And then back here we have the kitchen. This might be hard to see. Hopefully I can get some better light in there. So he's just got a stove right there with some different little cooking appliances and things. And there's that chimney stack. We'll see it continue on the second floor. He's got some of his pans and his extra cleaver and stuff hanging on the wall there. And then you can see him just cutting some meat there in the back. He's got some sacks, a little chest. I don't know if there's anything in there. Just some chicken legs and stuff. All right, so these two figures are sort of new, I guess. They weren't in my minifigure video just because whenever I did the bar, I realized I didn't really have enough figures to populate the bar, so I did make those two additional guys to throw in the mock just to get some people in the bar. But they're the only two new figures, so if you're interested in seeing any of the figures up close, check out the video I made for that. And then they got a keg right here in the corner, and a little lantern there. Trash can, I think that's about all. And now we can move on to the second floor. Alright, now with the top floor, this is where the barkeep and the guy in the kitchen live. I decided they'd be a couple or something like that. Just running this little diner and bar together. And so you can see coming up the stairs right there, they got some of their extra food and cooking supplies and stuff down here in the back. Got some extra food in there and extra keg there, some barrels, and their extra liquor supply there. Then here in this little drawer system, we have a frying pan in that one, and then a spoon and a knife in that one. And then moving over into the middle of the room, we have just a little place for them to chill and relax. They're probably not going to be spending too much time up here anyways. And as you can see, they just got some candles around for lighting. They're not the Brotherhood, they don't got no electricity. They have a nice double bed over here. And then they just got some sandbags in front of the window just to be safe. And they got some buff out and a stim pack right there also, just in case. And yep, just some basic furniture and stuff. Pretty open and empty room here. But that does it for the diner and the bar. Now we can look at the hotel, which has the robot shop on the bottom. Alright, got this Mammoth over here on the little studio spot. So I forgot to talk about the dimensions of the diner, but if you remember seeing earlier when we were just taking a look at the layout, this building is a little bit wider than the diner, and this building is actually really helpful for scale because pretty much everyone will be able to identify with the scale of this because it is a base plate, pretty much exactly, so 32 by 32, and the diner is a little less wide. I don't know how wide the diner is, but I know it's 34, I think, long. So the diner is a bit longer, but it's not as wide. So they're both pretty big buildings. Getting, you know, this one actually being that base plate for the floor size, and the other one being pretty close to that. So this building also has 4 floors, and I'm gonna have to take those off one at a time before we get into the bottom floor, because this building gets pretty heavy, and those floors do not want to hold their own weight too well when you're just trying to lift all 3 of them off at once and whatnot. So first off, I did try and give it like a really fancy, regal kind of look. So this side has all these windows, and so does this one. This side is up against the diner, and even though the diner is only like probably up to there or so, I just left this wall blank like this with these panel pieces because I wasn't really worried about that side. Because one of the main things I wanted to focus on in the building was this here. Oops, sorry, broke that tile off. And this on the back side, it actually is an elevator shaft functioning. It is just hand powered, so no motors or any fancy stuff like that. I'm not too familiar with any of LEGO's current systems and pieces for doing that sort of thing, but we'll be able to take a look at that elevator on the inside. And I'll go ahead and get all these floors off so we can start taking a look floor by floor. Alright, now with all the other floors removed, you can see everything's modular except for the elevator shaft. I've never done anything like this before, so I just kind of did it the way I thought it'd be done, and so I guess it is not too difficult to make the elevator modular with the other floors, but I want to just keep it simple, and so I'll show you how all that works in a minute. But first, let's get into this epic interior. So here's the robot shop or workshop. Got some these 2 guys right here fixing up some bots and selling parts and all that. And Brotherhood's probably not too happy with these guys just flaunting all this stuff just down the street from them, but maybe they have some sort of mutual deal or something. I tried to do one of those like recharging pods or maintenance pods or whatever that the robots hang out in when they're not getting used, but kind of a weird design, and so I just kind of went and did my own thing with it. So it's not really based on the actual in-game version, just because of the actual size of the Protectron himself. He needed lots of room to fit in something like that, so did the best I could. And then over there we got all kinds of robot parts, and those are actual robot parts and from actual bots, so you could actually use those to build new ones and stuff. Terminal and the workbench over there, some computer stuff. Got a Mr. Handy body up here, Robo Brain Arm, and then you got this Protectron broken and busted in the corner. And I did do one thing where if you want, you could even take, I think, this box and just take all the Protectron parts from there and actually finish repairing that Protectron. Just a little fun little plaything there. The way you would get inside their little space back here is this does slide over like that. And right here we have the landlord of the building. She's just chilling down here, keeping watch, and she's got a combat shotgun in the back in case anybody gets rowdy. And then here we have some companion type guy just chilling and waiting to get hired by a main character. And over here we got that shady chem dealing ghoul, and looks like he's got some interesting guy come to maybe do a little business transaction with him. So that's going on over in this corner. Not too much to say about the bottom floor, just what you see. Some lanterns on the outside of the elevator, although clearly that's the only floor with them. So going ahead and showing you what the elevator looks like. I'm sure you saw this knob on the top. That's obviously to bring it up and down. And then I also made this hatch on the top so you can just get in, and I can mess with the gears and stuff if I need to ever tweak things in there. But pretty simple, just lifts up. And I don't really know how to prevent this sort of issue, but there is an issue where it just gets a little too tight, I think, with the friction. And sometimes when going down, it can, oh, see, there it goes. So I lowered it quite a bit, but it just kind of got stuck there. And so that does happen, but it's a pretty easy fix. You can just go push on it or wiggle the elevator shaft and things like that to make the elevator drop. But let's go ahead and check out the top floor, or the next floor. And we can start checking out some of the rooms. Alright, so the way the hotel breaks down is each floor's got a hallway going down from the elevator shaft. Let me go ahead and bring the elevator up to this floor. And it's just on the hallway. It's got 2 rooms on each side. And I did try to make it to where every single room in the hotel does have an actual minifigure in the city who is the owner and lives in each room. So we'll start with this one here on the left. This is the room where the guys downstairs were running the robot shop live. So they got their 2 little cots in the back, and then it looks like they had to bring some work home with them. Gotta hate when that happens, but obviously these guys like what they do, and they just got some of their junk and some stuff that they didn't need in their shop downstairs, just up here. Let me see if I can. There we go. Show you that corner. Just lots of junk and stuff. 10 mil in that little box there, as well as some oil underneath their little workbench. And the other room on the other side belongs to this ranger here. So she's just retired, I guess, just living out her days here. Just got a trunk in right there. And that flag's from the 188, just another little reference to one of my old mocks. And looks like just a dresser in that corner. And she's got the bookshelf right here, and that's her ranger helmet on the table there. A little terminal right there, and then she's got this cabinet. Probably not anything too much interesting in there. Let's see if I can actually get it open. Looks like it's got a book and a chalice and some stuff like that in there, a bottle. So that does it for this floor. And then she's just got her little bed over there, which is a little bigger than her neighbors. But of course they got 2 people living over there. And oh yeah, I did leave some studs here. I didn't know what I was going to do about that. I guess this building's technically unfinished then, but maybe like room numbers or something for those, but guess I forgot about that, so sorry about that. Probably just going to be some numbers or something there in the future. Let's go ahead and get on to the next floor. Alright, so I'm just going to do the rest of the floors off the building like this, because that way I can get a little better lighting inside. Sorry about those the bad lighting for the other floors. So this room in particular is probably the one room where I don't really know which minifigure lives there. I just know that whoever lives here needs to be a real shady guy, because I wanted it to kind of be a little shady little apartment. It's got this suitcase in the corner, in that trunk, and that has a silenced 22 in it. So definitely some shady stuff going on with whoever lives here. And just got some shelves and some stuff like that, some desks, I mean. And I didn't really have too much to put in this room. This was the last floor I did, actually, so got a stim pack in there. And this room is abandoned. It's just got 2 cobwebs in a box. I'm just saving this room in case, like, this is like the room that's for sale or something like that. It's still available. And so I just kind of left it empty, put some cobwebs in a box. Now we'll move on to the top floor. Alright, here we have the top floor. The landlord who owns the building lives here on the left side. As you can see, being the landlord, she has access to probably the better stuff and the best room and whatnot, so she actually got some curtains, whereas all the other ones are bare and most don't even have the pole. She's got a bookshelf over here, her little cot with a little dresser next to it. Her room's pretty empty as well, just a desk over there in the corner. And then on the other side, this is the sheriff's room, so these handcuffs are supposed to be on the table, sorry, but they're loose, so they just fall and whatnot. but this is the sheriff's room. He's got a table with his cuffs over there, a hat stand, he's got his reloading bench, just a box with some stuff in it. He's got a little bookshelf and just some basic stuff. He's got this glass cabinet, which just looks like it's got a revolver in it. And his little cot right there. Not too much to show in his room either, too much. But yeah. And then the roof. I did try to do this fancy technique for the roof. I've never done it before. There's, I think, a modular that pretty much does this exact design, so didn't really come up with it. Inspired by a couple other designs I saw. And then for the roof, I tried to make it look a little more patchworked, but really I also did run out of white plates as well. But and this building does not have rooftop access. And you can see the skeleton up here. I'm assuming this guy's corpse has been laying up there for a very long time. I don't think any of the new residents have ever been up here yet. So, and then this corner is just destroyed. And then I meant this to look like it was a plate that got added on afterwards. Like, you know, someone just straight up was patching a hole in the roof or something. But, yep, that does it for that building. So with that, the settlement side of the mock is done. And I can't wait to get working on my little side project mock to show you. Very excited for that. And got plenty of new buildings I'll have to make for the other side of the mock, and I can't wait to finish it. And once I do, I'll make a nice proper full video, like with all the in-game sound effects and probably some stop motion stuff like the original city videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so thankful for all the support and all the comments and likes I've been getting. It really means a lot to me, and the channel recently passed 100 subscribers. And just thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And I can't wait to get some more builds out there. And hope y'all have a great day. And I can't wait to see you next time.